Good day. This is our report about the circulatory system. The circulatory system is an organ system that permits blood to circulate and transport nutrients, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hormones, and blood cells to and from cells in the body to nourish it and to help fight diseases, stabilize body temperature and pH, and to maintain homeostasis. The three parts of the circulatory system. First is the heart. The heart is the most amazing and most complex organ in the body. It is a hollow muscular pump that pushes blood around the body and is located in the center of the thoracic cavity, slightly toward the left. This is how the blood flows in the heart.
Beating on average 70 times per minute, each day the heart beats about 100,000 times. In the course of a 70-year lifetime, it will beat more than 2.5 billion times without ever pausing to rest. The cycle of blood flow is as follows. The right atrium receives blood from the great veins, the superior and inferior vena cava. Blood passes from the right atrium through the tricuspid valve to the right ventricle. From the right ventricle, blood is pumped through the pulmonary valve and pulmonary arteries to the lungs. In the lungs, carbon dioxide is removed from the blood and oxygen is picked up. Through the pulmonary veins, oxygenated blood returns to the left atrium. From the left atrium, blood passes through the mitral valve to the left ventricle. As the left ventricle contracts, the pressure closes the mitral valve. The aortic valve opens, allowing blood to leave the heart via the main blood vessel called the aorta. When this cycle of pumping is complete, the aortic valve closes to prevent blood from dropping back into the heart. The heart is two separate pumps that work together. Oxygenated and nutrient-rich blood is pumped around the body. Deoxygenated blood, which contains waste products, is returned to the lungs to allow the entire cycle to begin again.
Another part is the blood vessels.
There are three main kinds of blood vessels: arteries, capillaries, and veins. Arteries are large blood vessels that carry blood from your heart to the rest of your body. This blood is rich in oxygen and nutrients. As arteries get farther away from the heart, they begin to branch and become smaller and smaller. The smallest branches are called capillaries. And this is where the oxygen in your blood is transferred to your tissues. In exchange, the wastes from your cells, including carbon dioxide, are transferred into the blood. Just beyond this area, the capillaries begin to merge together and eventually form larger vessels called veins, which lead back to the heart. As the vessels carry deoxygenated blood back to the heart, waste products are routed to other organs, where they are removed for disposal. As the deoxygenated blood makes its way back through the heart and lungs, it picks up oxygen and nutrients. The heart then pumps the blood out through the arteries, and the cycle is repeated.
The three-layered tissues of the arteries and veins. The tunica intima, it is the inner layer of the veins and the arteries. Tunica media, it is composed of smooth muscles and elastic fibers. Tunica adventitia, strong outer covering that is composed of connective tissues as well as collagen and elastic fibers. The capillaries consists of a layer of endothelium and occasional connective tissue. The last part is the blood.
Blood is actually a mixture of cells suspended in a slightly yellowish liquid called plasma. Plasma is made up mostly of water, but it also contains proteins, sugars, hormones, and salts. The three different types of cells you'll find in plasma are red blood cells, or erythrocytes, white blood cells, or leukocytes, and platelets, or thrombocytes. Red blood cells give the blood its color and make up 40 to 45% of your blood. They're round and look a little like a donut without the hole in the middle. Their main job is to carry oxygen to the other cells of the body and to take away the carbon dioxide as a waste product. Red blood cells only live 4 months, but healthy bone marrow produces 4 to 5 billion red cells every hour to keep replenishing the ones that wear out. White blood cells, on the other hand, are the body's defense system. They all fight infection from bacteria, viruses, all those nasty microbes that can cause disease. Whenever germs begin to infect your body, they send out a signal that the granulocyte recognizes. Just as soon as the granulocyte detects the signal, it begins its journey to the site of the infection. When at last they find the invader germ, they quickly move in for the kill, first attacking the invader and then eating it. Something else that is truly amazing is how the platelets work. Platelets are small pieces of cell material, or cytoplasm, whose job it is to plug holes in the vessel walls. So, say you're standing inside the blood vessel and looking at the tear in its wall. You'd see millions of platelets responding to the injury, throwing themselves over the cut. They stick to the wound's edges and to each other to form a plug that slows the loss of blood within 3 to 5 minutes. A platelet plug will last for only 24 to 72 hours because the platelets run out of energy and begin to fall apart. But as long as there is still an unhealed hole in the blood vessel wall, the clot will continue being formed, dissolved, and reformed to stop and prevent more bleeding from occurring. When the wound is completely healed by the new cells growing over it, the clot will be cleared away and blood will begin to flow through the vessel normally.
Let's proceed to the kinds of circulation. First is the pulmonary circulation. Pulmonary circulation is the portion of the cardiovascular system which carries the oxygenated blood away from the heart to the lungs and returns oxygenated blood back to the heart. Second is the systemic circulation. Systemic circulation is the part of the cardiovascular system which carries oxygenated blood away from the heart to the body and returns the oxygenated blood back to the heart. That's all. Thanks for watching. Please rate the replay button. Thank you.